G'day beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at a hero guide for Serath and my build, which I have called Buffy. For obvious reasons, because she smacks crap out of Countess, and Countess is a vampire. But anyway, if you go on to find this video helpful in any way, shape or form, please smash that like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the video and the build, and subscribe if you're not already for pretty much daily Paragon videos. But with that said guys, let's get into it. Alright, starting off looking at her stats, she is an Order Corruption melee hero. Her basic stats are a attack power of 8, ability attack power of 6, durability of 2, and mobility of 5. Looking at her actual statistics, with the buffs that she's recently had, she starts off with 522.5 She starts off with 522.5 health, gets 76.8 per level, ends up at 1597.7, which is quite nice. She has 1.3 base health regen, 4 health regen at level 15. She starts off with 225 mana and ends up at 897, which is another buff, quite nice. Her mana regen is 0.8, ends up at 2.5. She also got a buff to her basic attack armor, which now starts at 18, and she gets 1.25 per level to put her at 53 basic armor. So that's higher than a normal carry's armor at 48. And like everyone else, she has 20 ability armor, which ends up at 30.5. Alright, if we look at her basic attack, which is called Angelic Smite, she starts off doing 58 basic damage, which is really good. She gets 1.8 per level, which is also really good. She has a 0.1 for cleave damage, meaning that you will do 5.8 damage technically to any enemy that you're cleaving. And her power scaling is 1, which is really nice. Means that you will be getting 100 damage for every 100 power that you put onto your build. The first ability that I like to take for Serath is Chastise. Serath sweeps her wings in front of her, dealing damage and applying a max movement speed, slow for 2 seconds. The ability damage on the slow is 60, at max level it's 180. The power scaling is 0.5, meaning that it will do an extra 50 damage for every 100 power that you put on, and it has a flat cooldown of 10 seconds. The movement speed slow duration lasts for 2 seconds. It has cleave damage on it as well. The mana cost starts at 55 and ends up at 70, so it's not too bad. And the slow starts at 125 and it goes up to 350. It's a pretty decent slow. I like to take it first, but I don't really prioritize upgrading it too much. I prioritize upgrading it over her leap, but yeah, I don't upgrade it too much. The 350 movement speed slow is great, so it's kind of feel like you should upgrade it to get it to max level, but it's not quite that important. And I'm not a big fan of how short the range is, but considering how extremely deadly she is, I think it's actually not too bad. The next ability that I take is Heaven's Fury. Serath hovers in place and hits each target in an area with a ghostly slash. Each slash does damage one target at a time, with a delay between each attack. While attacking, she's immune to damage and crowd control. Okay, so the basic damage percentage is 100%, meaning that whatever your basic attacks are, that's what this does to everyone in the range when you set it off. It can also crit. The mana cost is 45. The cooldown starts at 24 seconds and ends up at 6 seconds, and the slash delay is 0.2 seconds. So between each hit, there is 0.2 second of a gap between the first hit and the second hit. The cooldown reduction goes down by 6 seconds each time, meaning that it ends up being very beneficial to take this because you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So I kind of prioritize upgrading this more than anything, because if you look at the fact that you're taking off 6 seconds each time, it's incrementally getting more beneficial as you go along, because you're losing 6 seconds off of 24, so you've lost 25%, and then 33%, and then 50%. So it's really good ability. You can pretty much use it for anything. It will clear a wave really well, it'll clear jungle camps really well, and it's really good for just those clutch moments to make yourself immune to CC effects and damage while, say, a Rampage Rock is coming at your face. Next up we have Ascend, rise into the air and then rapidly die back down up to 1200 units away, dealing damage to target area. Ability damage starts at 75, goes to 210, mana cost starts at 75 and ends up at 90, the range as we said is 1200, power scaling at 0.5, so you'll get 50 damage for every 100 power that you put on the build. It's a very, very good engagement tool, or disengage tool. That's pretty much all we're going to say about that. You don't have much time to sort of choose where you want to go once you're in the air, but it's a really good, it's actually a really good ability. Moving on to Heresy, which is her ultimate. Serath lets her dark side take over for 18 seconds. At that time, one stack of burn and one stack is applied to enemies. Okay, that's kind of not written very well. At the time, one stack of burn is applied and one stack is applied to enemies. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So one stack of burn is applied to enemies within 600 units. Burn deals damage over 3 seconds. Weaken will cause enemy damage to be a percentage of normal for 3 seconds. Any enemies she hits with another ability during the entire duration will also have a burn and a weaken applied to them. Burning enemies take additional damage if Serath hits them with a basic attack while the ability is active. So the burn ability damage, which is a debuff that they get when they're hit by the ult going off or an ability while the ult is active, is 30 damage, 45 damage, or 60 based off whether it's level 1, level 2, level 3. The power scaling is 1, so it's 100 damage for every 100 power you put on. The burn duration lasts for 3 seconds. The mana cost is 75 flat. The cooldown starts at 100 and ends up at 60, so that's really, really good. The additional damage while they are burning is 50, 20, and 25, okay? But it has a 0.25 power scaling as well, so it's actually more than that. And the enemy damage dealt when weakened, 90%, 82.5%, and 75% means that when this is at level 3, you will only take 75% of someone's damage. So if they're hitting you for 100, you're only getting hit for 75. This is an absolutely brilliant ultimate. And it kind of works in a way like Grux's ultimate. Okay, Grux stuns and then does more damage with the basic attack. That is what you're getting from this. Not only are you applying a burn stack and you are also getting extra damage off of all your abilities. It lasts for a long time and it actually gets work done. This is a reason why she's extremely powerful in the current state that she's in, and given that she does do so much damage and she does get extra damage from her ultimate, you can kind of run her a little bit more of a brawler if you like, but the way that I like to build her is just an all-out 10% lifesteal sort of glass cannon. Okay, so we'll go over now and have a look at that build. Okay guys, so here we are over on the Paragon website at my Buffy build. Okay, just quickly, I take Warlord as my prime card. You can definitely take Centurion if you like, but I like to build her as a sort of a glass cannon. I take a strike token just in case I need one at any stage in the game. If I have a point left over, we have a heal token because there's always one on all of my builds. Okay, so if I get rid of all this stuff and things and stuff. Okay, so I start off with a Beastmaster Scythe. Okay, get that jungling done quicker. Okay, Beastmaster Scythe will give you basic attack damage extra basic attack damage of 15 to jungle minions. It will also give you 50 health and 5.5 attack speed. We don't upgrade it. Okay, next up I will take my ward. Alright, then I move into 2 Void Steel Daggers, which have just minor casts or minor strikes on them. Then we have a Spear of the Rift Hunter, which has 3 minor wounds, getting us 24% crit chance. And I take a Whirling Wand with 3 minor kinetics. Okay, from here, we kind of have enough damage to go into the Sword of the Altar, but I don't really feel like 24% is quite enough. Okay, so what I will normally do is get rid of my Beastmaster Scythe and slot into our Spear of the Rift Hunter that has 2 major casts and a major wound. Okay, and from here, I will actually get rid of a Void Steel Dagger to go back down to 96 damage. I know it seems silly, but it's gonna make up for itself when we get this crit bonus. Okay, So now from here, once I get another 6 points, I will replace my Spirit of the Rift Hunter with the more expensive one. And you want to go on there. It's giving us the 72% crit chance that we want. And then I will replace my Whirling Wand with another one, and a more expensive one. And at any point, I will upgrade this damage. That is on my ward that I just took off. So I actually stuffed up there. Normally what I will do is, before I get my Whirling Wand, I will actually upgrade this. So I won't have this on, I will still have the old one on. And then I will upgrade my Sage's Ward to get the extra damage, and then slot into the more expensive Whirling Wand. So we end up at 156 power, 72% crit chance, an extra 49.5 attack speed, 50 health, and our 10% lifesteal. Okay, so it's a decent build. If we click over here and we actually have a look at the DPS, we're only hitting 239.2 basics. But we have 1006.31 DPS. We're hitting at 0.67 seconds, okay? I've looked at different ways to sort of run this at the moment. I'm kind of considering, I've considered dropping that and grabbing the Whirling Wand, but just don't seem to be getting the sort of DPS numbers, because for some reason it ends up at 505. I don't really understand how the damage is dropping so much. I think it's actually glitched out because we don't have that much of a power loss. It's only a 33% power loss, but it's telling us our DPS is dropping by 50%. If I'm actually correct, this here should actually be about 1040 DPS. Because you're attacking every 0.56 seconds, and you've only lost 30 damage per attack, and let's say that they're all critting, that would be 75 damage off of each attack. But like I said, this is the way we run it. That's probably more information than you needed, really. That was me just dribbling shit. But now, as you see, it's freaking done it again, and it glitches out and it gives you the wrong numbers. So I don't know what is actually doing this right now. Normally you have to actually sort of go, I'm done, and go back in, get rid of everything rather. I'm not sure if anyone else has experienced this or if it's just something that's currently going at the moment, but if we go back in, this should actually do it properly. If we go like this, and I don't know why I'm clicking on the actual cards because there's no need to. Yes, so there we should end up at 1041 with the 0.56 attack speed. So that is correct. And now if we take this off, it's 1006. So it's up to you which way you want to run it. Technically, I do actually prefer to run it with the Whirling Wand, the 1041. It's just you're getting your lifesteal quicker, you're getting everything sort of quicker. But a couple of people that I know don't really like running that much attack speed on us, so that's why I recommend, if you don't want as much attack speed, maybe run Void Steel Dagger, but technically this is the better way to run it. So once again, your full build is a Whirling Wand with 3 minor kinetics, a Whirling Wand with 3 kinetics, a Spirit of the Rift Hunter with 3 major wounds, a Spirit of the Rift Hunter with 2 major strikes or casts and a major wound, a Sword of the Altar with 3 lesser drains, and a Sage's Ward with 3 major strikes or casts. Okay, and now your early game cards are a Spirit of the Rift Hunter with 3 minor wounds, a Beastmaster's Scythe, or whichever kind of scythe you like. If you like taking a Siphon, if you're not that great at kiting, then maybe take a Siphon instead, but I recommend a Scythe. 2 Void Steel Daggers with 3 minor strikes or casts, a healer token and a strike token. These two are completely up to you. If you don't want to take either of them, that is completely fine. That is completely up to you. But that is my build for her, guys. As you see, as you saw, it does some very, very good damage, burst damage. She's pretty disgusting right now, let's be honest. There's not many matches that you're not kind of seeing her running around smashing face. So, and it's done it again. I really wanted to just show you what her abilities do, but it's not really that important. So give it a go. Let me know what you think. It is very disgusting and it really, really works. If you enjoyed this video, or if you go and use this build and you like it, please smash the like button on this video. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think, or if you've used it, let me know if you have any possible tweaks that you would prefer to make. And subscribe if you're not already for more Paragon content. But with that said, guys, I hope you really like this. Thank you so much for watching. I love your face. I'm sorry for dribbling on, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.